For question 5, we have to find the area bounded by these two curves. Now the first step is always to find out where they intersect. So let's go ahead and do that. How do we do that? Well, let's call one of these curves y1 and call the other function y2. At the point of intersection, y1 is going to be equal to y2, and as a result, x plus 2 will be equal to x squared plus 2. And if we solve this function out, we end up getting x squared minus x is equal to 0. In other words, x times x minus 1 is equal to 0. And so we have two options. They meet at x is equal to 0, and they meet at x is equal to 1. Okay? So let's see what the value of these two functions is. At x is equal to 0, both these functions have the value y is equal to 2. 0 plus 2 here, and 0 plus 2 over here. So they're both at this point here. When they next meet at x equal to 1, this function here has the value 1 plus 2, so y is equal to 3. And the other function y2 is also equal to 1 squared plus 2, which is 3. So at this point here, they meet for the second time. Now, what these functions do in between, the x squared plus 2 function does something like this, while the straight line goes a little like that. Now, the result is they enclose this tiny region in between them, and that's the area that we're expected to find. Right? Shouldn't be too hard. All we have to do is find this area in between. I'm going to call this function here y1, and the x squared function is y2. So the area in between over here can be found by subtracting the lower function from the higher function and integrating from the lower limit 0 until the upper limit 1. So we're basically going to perform an integration over this region here, and we're going to integrate y1 minus y2. So let's go ahead and do that integration. So the area required is the integral of y1 minus y2 over the region 0 to 1 with respect to x. What is this function? It's x plus 2 minus x squared plus 2 from 0 to 1. And if we do a bit of simplification, we find that the plus 2 is going to cancel with the minus 2, and we're left with the integral of x minus x squared. I'm going to integrate that in one step, and I'll get x squared divided by 2 minus x cubed divided by 3. All this from 0 to 1. Substitute in my limits, and I get 1/2 minus 1/3. And if we substitute 0 in, we don't have any other terms. As a result, the answer is going to be 1/2 minus 1/3, which is 1/6.